Told you. Every oversight.
Are you trying to pass these off to me as Lorien pumpkins?
So this is what they are, Your Grace. From Lorien, last delivery. We brought them just Have a heart. Don't you know that vegetables have become much smaller?
Browsing is free.
I have a terrible headache. As if someone hit the helmet with a log.
Yup.
Unpleasant.
I wonder what's going on, my dear. I brought some turnips for Browna.
And then you'll bring back some rumors, Mother.
Why not? Because everyone in the village is interested in what's happening in Floster.
Ha! I wish we could understand this.
Hello.
Humans. No need to look up to them. Mjolnir was right. We need to burn this city. Only then will they listen to us.
Don't get carried away, though. Only with a command we
Forever. It's time to join units outside of the city.
Halt! Come no closer, or I'll cave in your skull like a rotten squash!
Why are you so hostile? You don't even know me. I'm Elisa, Prince Adrian's envoy.
Ah, I see. You know, the locals are horribly abusive. They think us dwarves are dangerous savages. I'm Jarl Ogun of Angerborg. We came here from Rigern on the trail of an escaped criminal named Rugar. If only these southern weaklings would stop interfering.
It's a long trek from Floster to Rigern. Perhaps your criminal can be found closer to home.
Our merchants reported spotting Rugar near the city. They say he's gone to ground somewhere nearby. All we want is to scour the area, capture the runaway, and head back home. But wherever we show ourselves, the king's men beset us. If it happens again, there will be a glorious carnage. Ha!
There's no need for that, Sir Jarl. Let's avoid bloodshed if we can. I'll seek out this criminal of yours and bring him to you.
The sooner you do, the better for the humans. Don't make us wait, or by the Iron Gods, I'll give them a battle to shiver the earth and tremble the heavens.
Humans. No need to look up to them. Mjolnir was right. We need to burn this city. Only then.
The tablet glows. See? I am the true Fortin heir. Bear witness. I have been slandered. Oh, Elgiu's beard, at last. Do you believe me now, you ink-fingered quill jockey?
Yes, I must trust the evidence of my own eyes. The tablet glows, which means you are heir to the Fortin legacy.
Wonderful. Where can I get my inheritance?
Right here. This is what old Fortin bequeathed you. This scroll was passed into my safekeeping by my predecessor.
Perhaps it has some parting words from your father? I wish my father had been able to leave me even the briefest message.
Don't look at me like that. The legacy of the wealthiest nobleman in all Floster amounts to a single scroll. I don't know what's written inside. It's never been unsealed.
A scroll? What am I to do with a scroll? Mother never mentioned anything like this. She used to tell me all kinds of tales about my father. They always concerned his vast wealth and noble character. She never mentioned a penchant for cruel tricks.
I can't believe your late father would play a trick like that. Open the scroll.
The Great River? The lake? These words I can't even pronounce. I bet you're a deft hand at these continental riddles of yours. It's a trick. Or... hold on. You helped me once already. Tell me you won't abandon me now.
Your mother must have desperately missed her homeland. What did she tell you about it?
Only how beautiful it is. And you know, she was right. The Crown lands are breathtaking.
I don't understand all the hoopla around the city's treasury. I wish they paid attention to the Merchants Guild. This is where the size of the...
Oh, who could have discarded such a lovely picture?
Who would dare to come into conflict with the Merchants Guild?
Your devices seem to be playing up.
What's wrong with him?
See for yourself. The hands are slow.
Banana crystals. I'm sure it's him. I've had nightmares.
No way I'm going anywhere outside Gloucester. There's nothing of the blight around here. Just look at this gate. So sturdy and reliable.
When no one is on the other side trying to break through, Lorien has enough problems without worrying about the blight. Better for everyone if all those rebels just fell down to death.
Of course,
It's you. Such joy. Take this. Take it now.
Excuse me, old man. Do I know you?
I'm so excited. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Fillmore, a mage and a historian from the Artisanian Academy. And you, fortuitously, happen to meet certain criteria.
Certain criteria? What criteria are those?
Yes, of course. I'll explain. I was heading the Academy's expedition to Nagaraja. Our target was the lair of Azivatar the dragon. There, in the dragon's cavern, we found several stone tablets in the language of the Serpentines. Priceless spell tablets. We took them. That turned out to be a rather dire mistake. At sea, Captain Frankos fell possessed along with his sailors. We were beset by a storm, and our ship, the Artel, was wrecked. The survivors grabbed the tablets and scattered. The last one was left back in my cabin. By that point, I had realized the tablets were cursed. Then I discovered the remedy. The tablet must be given to someone slandered by the powers that be. Then Azivatar's curse shall be lifted. And now you've appeared.
But why would I need a cursed tablet?
The curse is on us, marauders. And you received the tablet as a gift. It won't touch you. Moreover, you can find the rest of them. When I was leaving, Frankos spake thus to my back. Find the 4 tablets and bring them to me. I will reward you with the greatest of treasures. Curious, isn't it?
I don't understand all the hoopla around the city's treasury. I wish they paid attention to the Merchants Guild. This is where the size of the theft exceeds all reason.
Careful!
Told you. It'll be over soon.
Oh, I've never seen a ritual moving before.
Oh, you're here too. Mother allows me to hide my letters anywhere I want.
You said you loved Prince Adrian, yet here you are, flirting with another.
His Highness will forever have a place in my heart, but he's so impossibly far away. And Dano is so lovely.
name of His Excellency.
I personally prefer returning.
So, and who is this chance passerby? Are you perhaps searching for my inheritance? For I am Uwe Fortin.
You're Uwe? Your brother cares deeply for you, and here you're discussing family affairs with these rogues.
What of it? Can't a bastard lost and found again help a true-born brother? The bastard, if I'm being unclear, is Heinrich. In his declining years, father got involved with a much younger woman. Not long after, she bore him a son, and he sent her away to Artisania for safekeeping.
Aren't you ashamed to tell such a story to a young lady? Why are you doing this?
To help you realize that the Fortin legacy is rightfully mine. Except I can't travel to Floster to demand my birthright. I can prove it, you know, with the tablet. In the dotage of extreme old age, father left everything to Heinrich. Whilst I, the eldest son, was kicked out of the house and almost struck from his will, too. And now my creditors are nipping at my heels. Nip, nip, nip. They'll catch up with me soon. If not today, then tomorrow. And that'll be my end. So I hope you don't object, but I'm taking that scroll. Mercy, please. Understand, I couldn't bear to see my father's inheritance fall into the hands of an Artisanian spy.
Your brother, a spy?
Of course. Why do you think he was so mad to get his grubby hands on my father's money? To give it to Damien, no doubt. He's supporting the Artisanians.
So it's the fate of Nostria that concerns you, and not your overwhelming debts.
I'm a Fortin, and Nostria is all I care about. Especially when what's best for Nostria happens to jive nicely with what's best for me. Well, what harm if the Artisanians are denied the Fortin wealth and I pay off my creditors at the same time? If I don't get that inheritance, when we next meet, I'll be floating belly up in Ruin Lake.
That would be unfortunate indeed.
Bring old Fortin's hoard to me and I'll find a way to repay you. A Fortin always pays his debts, as soon as he's able.
Curse you, Herinrich! You have slain me, just as my brother slew Julian. Oh, Julian, we must be together, howsoever it may be done.
The sky has fallen. All creation grieves by your side, oh, Rosalind. Every one of your tears stabs more deeply than the poisoned blade which stole my life, my love, my joy. But I hear you calling. Your magic has returned me to this hollow shell. Remember how I rebelled? How we brought retribution down upon your brother? How he died? When I died, it was her love and the Black.
Right. I'll have to start over. No, it's unjust and unfair. No, it's unjust and unfair. No, it's unjust and unfair.
I personally prefer returning.
Esteemed gentlemen, in the name of His Excellency,
Told you. It'll be over soon.
I've never seen it.
Your mother must have desperately missed her homeland. What did she tell you about it?
only how beautiful it is. And you know,
I've brought your inheritance. Your father put a lot of thought into its security.
I could sense your noble spirit right away. I didn't doubt for a second that you would bring me my treasure. Wow, look at all these stones. There's enough to pay my debts to Yui and much more. I only wish I could have thanked my generous father.
Your brother isn't the man you thought he was. Uwe tried to take the inheritance for himself and leave you with nothing. But I promise he won't bother you anymore.
Huh. I suspected he was less than completely honest, but I never imagined he was planning something like that. I don't understand how this could happen. He was raised with every privilege of the nobility. Nonetheless, I intend to find him and take him to Artisania.
Your love for your wayward brother is commendable. But I recommend you keep a sturdy lock on your bedchamber door.
I'm sure that once he's removed from the temptations of his homeland, he'll remember all the good that our father taught him. He'll become a good man in Artisania.
How nice. Best of luck in the future.
Thank you. I would like to give you a farewell gift of sorts. A handful of these glittering gemstones.
I don't understand all the hoopla around the city's treasury. I wish they paid attention. This is where the size of the theft exceeds all reasonable limits.
Magistrate Germain, I heard crewman had such strong connections that he wasn't afraid of arrest. Told you.
It'll be over soon.
Oh, I've never seen the picture before.
My Julian! I had lost all hope of seeing you again. Now I'm crying again. But they are tears of joy.
If only I could return to life and collect all your tears in a tiny bottle and wear it around my neck.
Oh, I'm about to start crying myself. But tell me, can you bring the Death Knights back under your control?
The Soul Seal has been desecrated. Some of the Death Knights are loyal to me. You can have them all. The rest, they'll submit once the statue is cleansed. Thanks to you, I control the dead again. Those who dared hurt my Julian will be punished appropriately. I am expelling them from my retinue.
Nimic, the Gravekeeper, shall always be at your service. As are we, Braveheart.
What about Herinrich? He might return and shatter Rosalind again. Or worse.
Let him come. I've prepared a gift from the afterlife for him. A gift which no curse of the living can match.
His blight may be dire, but my Rosalind's fury is still worse.
Who would have thought my cards would turn feral so quickly without my oversight? I may have to reinforce my spells.
Lady Rosalind, I don't wish to offend, but do the dead keep their spellcasting abilities?
While still living, I spent a large amount of time studying the various traditions of necromancy. Especially after I met Julian. To spend an eternity with him. Forbidden arts, you say? Not always. Not everywhere. For example, the dwarven tradition of venerating their ancestors.
Did the dwarves really reanimate their ancestors?
Not exactly. But I've learned a lot from their manuscripts. About the afterlife. About the Creator. About the spark. About soul bonds. The dead who have unfinished business in the world of the living are compelled to remain behind. And mine and Julian's business is to love each other forever. All I did was strengthen that bond a little.
Strengthened? What do you mean?
I don't expect you to understand. He was so wonderful. And his mortal spirit became my luminary. My everything. And he loved me. Otherwise, I wouldn't.
My Rosalind is so spirited, so strong. All the dead bowed down to her when she was alive. The living bowed as well. Who wouldn't, after all?
Who would have thought my cards would turn feral so quick?